Hi, thank you for joining us today in this episode of the water cooler interviews for the Evanston Chamber. I am Annette Patko with Bordeaux Studio, and today we're talking to Adrianne Finley Odell, head of school for Roycemore. Hi, Adrianne. How are
Hi,
you?
good morning.
Good morning. We both got the memo. We're both in blue today.
Yeah, in
So,
honor of healthcare workers.
yes, that was awesome. The police and fire departments went all by our hospitals yesterday and flashed their sirens and horns for the healthcare workers.
Yeah, everyone in unison and support. They should be.
Yes, a lot of heroes that are working hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we are in at home, shelter in place, how are things for you? How has it changed for Roycemore? How has your daily work life changed?
Well, it's changed significantly, as for all of us. It's been a brave new world for sure, to use an English phrase or English novel to draw from. But I'm so proud of how our faculty, students, and families have transitioned to the remote learning environment. It's been very fun seeing the kinds of things that have happened through Zoom calls or Google Meets in our classes. We've seen everything from class birthday party celebrations on Zoom.
Oh, fun. Nice.
We've seen social distancing raps. We've seen teachers give Zoom presentations from spaceship backgrounds,
Oh, fun.
which is fun.
Yeah.
We've seen upper school students arrange lunch meetups,
Oh, nice.
had middle school trivia contests.
Mm-hmm.
Our college counselor does counseling via Loom, Zoom, and Google Classroom to support our students. We have our upper school student announcements happening via video. And we have a tradition that every Thursday they gather. And so this morning they're doing that, where they have their announcements and share college entrance success stories, which is exciting.
Oh, fun. Mm-hmm.
We have third graders collaborating on culture reports that are 30 plus pages of culture reports they're working on remotely.
Wow. Okay.
We have
fourth
graders doing their leadership. They lead the morning meetings on Fridays. And so we've had fourth graders giving weather reports via Zoom,
nice.
which is really fun. And upper school students decoding forensic science at home. So all kinds of interesting things. Plus, we do have a group of students who are international students, a number of them from China. And some of them have gone back to China but are continuing their classes remotely. So some of our high school teachers have actually done 2 different classes in support of students so that the international students can have those live classes. So it's just been remarkable how the teachers have stepped up.
Right. Oh, that's a lot going on. That's great.
Yeah.
For students, especially, and our children, they're processing it too, everything that's going on, and they need the support. And I know my son's doing online learning too with ETHS, and just they're missing their fellow friends. They're missing the interaction with the teachers. So they're able to do all that with Zoom. You guys have a lot going on. It's really impressive.
Well, it's fun to see what happens. One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at Roycemore are the personal relationships between the teachers and the students.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And our teachers have worked super hard to try to maintain that as much as possible, even in this distance learning environment, because our kids need those connections. They crave them. And our teachers thrive on those personal connections. That's why they're in this field.
Yes, yeah. And they all miss each other, and they're not going to say the goodbyes to the students. And with graduation coming up, how are you handling graduation at Roycemore?
Well, we definitely are going to have a graduation. What that will look like is being informed by the students. You know, one of the things that we're really fortunate with as a small school is that we can really take into consideration the thoughts and ideas of our students much more easily. And so the upper school head and I are actually meeting with all of our seniors via Zoom tomorrow to get their input. not just on graduation, but other kinds of year-end celebrations and traditions that they've all looked forward to for years.
Right.
And we don't want to just have that go away because of a pandemic. You know, we've had to give up so much in our lives, and we want to hold on to those things that we can.
Yes.
That
Those
are really
are special moments for them, so they want to have those memories no matter what's going on, for sure.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
how about any new projects? What kind of new projects are happening for the school, for Roycemore? What's kind of going to happen?
Well, I mean, part of the switch for us has been just rethinking everything that we do in a virtual environment. One of the things that happened this week was our very first virtual admissions morning. We had it on Tuesday, and so we had prospective families participate via Zoom with us. We showed a virtual tour. We had students on the Zoom, parents on the Zoom, all sharing their experience with the families that chimed in. And we're having another one on May 19th. And there's a virtual tour page now on our website where families can visit and see the school. So that was a big project for us. Everything, I've heard this described recently, that everything in this environment is like swimming through Jello. It's all new and sticky and different, and we are flexing our creativity muscles. So one of the things that we are thinking about in the year ahead is leveraging what we've learned from this experience to support students even next year in different ways. So we have a number of students at Roycemore who have some exceptionality in terms of sports or other pursuits that they are involved in outside of school. So we have a highly accomplished fencer who pursues fencing, and a highly accomplished ice skater who's working her way toward the Olympics. And as these young people develop those passions and those skills, sometimes they need real flexibility in their schedules to be able to support that. So we're thinking about how we can amplify that experience going forward for our students. And as I mentioned, the international students who are part of our community, are there ways that we can think about creative scheduling so that students can continue to pursue those passions into next year, even if we are back in in-person instruction? So those are some of the things. Plus, we're looking at providing support for students who may have not had as great of a remote learning experience as our students have, to provide some academic summer camps that are offered virtually for students who want to kind of hone up on those skills leading into next year. So those are some of the things that we're working on.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, for sure, because a lot of kids are missing sports. I know my son is really into sports. He's missing sports a lot. But that's a big part of his life, and right now there's no sports. So how about on a personal level, with you being home and family life, how are things changed? How are you balancing your personal inner balance with all this going on?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think it's been very tough for all of us, as the normal boundaries between work and home have just crossed over. So, I encourage our teachers who already worked nonstop, to find those times that they can carve out for themselves.
Yes.
Many of our teachers also have young children, so they have young children at home while they're also teaching.
Yeah.
So making sure that they take care of themselves is important.
Right. A lot of self-care. I've been cooking a lot, so a lot of things that make us happy while we're at home, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're trying to find, fun ways to connect with each other. I know that many families have done something that my neighbors have done, which is we've got a weekly Zoom dinner where we order, one family will take the lead in ordering takeout from a restaurant and have it, dropped off on the front doors And then we get in front of Zoom and we have dinner together.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I did something with my sister like that, and she's in Vegas. We both cooked the same meal, and we all ate together, like the same meal. So it was like kind of like we're having a family dinner together across.
That's great.
Yeah, within this time.
I mean, we never would have thought of doing these things before. So
no,
it's
I found out. Yeah, why didn't we do this before sometime?
Yeah, it's been a sort of an explosion of creativity, and a lot of inventions in the past have come about during times where people have had limitations.
Mm-hmm.
And so, innovation is often birthed in times of great difficulty when you have problems to solve. So those are the kinds of things that I think our society is really embracing, and we try to really foster with our students as well.
There has been positives. There's a lot of good family time and good family conversations, and time to just relax and have more family time is really key, because those years go by so fast for our kids that this is kind of like we're going to remember this time as some good of it. Yeah,
absolutely. Got to hold on to those bright spots for sure.
For sure. Thank you for talking with us today. And I know we visited with you at the school before. We had a great interview with you before then. And wish you the best. And we will see each other soon. Hopefully this will be over soon.
I hope so. Evan Strong.
Evan Strong, right. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.